Alright guys, welcome back to a Nifty Network, and today I'm going to be showing you how to remove your fenders on a G35 sedan. Yours might be damaged, or maybe you're doing some cool carbon fiber ones, but I'm going to show you how to take those off, and let's get to it. A few of the tools that you're going to need for this job: you're going to need a pair of pliers or cutters, a couple panel poppers, a Phillips head. I have a 12mm socket, a 10mm socket, a wobbly, a 10mm extension, and then I also have this cool guy right here where it is a 10 mil and an extension. This is a little overkill. You can get the job done with this setup, but I like this more. And then last but not least, we have a side ratchet. It doesn't have to be a battery powered one, but I like my battery powered stuff. So first things first, we are going to pop the hood. And then when I am doing this, I'll pop all these off first, and then I'll go under the car and I'll hit all the ones on the front that hold the under shroud and the front of the fender liners on. And then once those are off, I'll do the ones right here where the fender and the bumper connect. And then the last ones I'll do, we'll get to it, but there's a bolt that goes under here. It's kind of hidden and it's kind of a pain. So I do that one last and make sure that the whole make sure the whole bumper is loose and ready to come off. So we'll do that. Alright, so now that we got these the little push pins out on the front bumper, we're going to lay down on the ground, and you're gonna see a bunch of 10 mils right here. Like there's one. So basically get all those 10 mils off that hold the front of the bumper on, and then we'll get the back of the fender liner pulled back and do those ones that connect the fender to the bumper. There's going to be one little pop clip right here that we have to take off. You got to pop that loose, and then it'll allow the fender liner to come back, and then you'll have full access to what connects the bumper and the fender. So once you do that, you'll see that this has a lot more play, and then your bolts that you need to get to are right in that little crack right there, and there's two 10 mils that go up. So there's that one right by my finger right here, and then the one farther in. Both of those 10 mils got to go. And we'll come to this other side. Okay, so same thing as the other side. We're going to have one that's kind of far in there. So we got that one. And we got that one. And then these have kind of like a little snap clip on them. If you just kind of tug on it a little, it normally comes out. There we go. And then lastly, so basically the whole bumper is loose right now. The bottom's loose, the top's loose, and then you're gonna feel some resistance in this area. So you're gonna want to get your other clip remover, and you're gonna want to go on the underside of the rubber just so it doesn't rip. So pop that up. There's two right here. Pop that up. And then there's going to be one on the fender right here. And I'll just fold this kind of out of my way. Like that. And you're going to see, I don't know if you can see it, but see at the end of the clip remover right there? There's a 10 mil. So you got to take that off. Don't let that hide from you, because you'll break your bumper mounts. So we did that side. And same thing for over here on the passenger side. Go under the rubber. Okay, so once you do that, just make sure everything is kind of loose. And then when I grab the front bumper, I'll always grab it from the center, just so it comes off smoothly and you don't put too much pressure somewhere. Okay, so now we are going to do the headlights. There is, I believe, five or six 10mm bolts that hold this on. So we'll zip that off. So there's one. Two. Three. 4, and there should be one. Yeah, there's one right up here. So there's 5 10mm bolts that take that off. That should loosen up the headlight. And then we'll grab a flathead and we will basically just spin the headlight up, kind of reach under it, and you're going to see a little tab like that. What I like to do is I'll put the tab in between both plugs. Just give it a little pressure and twist. And basically the plug just pops right out. And then you don't have to worry about breaking anything. Same thing for the other side. There's going to be 5 10mm. So we'll start there. And then we'll go right here. Okay, so that'll be loose in there. And then on this side, there is a little clip, basically, that is going to be hiding. It's kind of hard to get to. This is part of the headlight. So if you look, okay, yeah, so right there, you'll see that harness, and there's a zip tie around that. It's a factory zip tie, but you have to clip that in order to get the headlight out. So if you move the windshield washer neck out of the way, you'll see, I'm trying to show you. Okay, so you'll see the zip tie right here. It is kind of a pain to get to, but it is right between the windshield washer neck and then the bolt for the air boxes. So if you just go in that way, you'll be able to get a little pair of cutters in there and cut that zip tie. Okay, so just like that, that's all you have to do is clip that zip tie just like that, and the bumper, or the the headlight will slide out forward. So then once the headlight is out that way, you're going to get your flathead again. So you can just rotate the headlight 180 like that. I'll kind of stand under it to hold it. And you'll see the plug. So basically, that's the male side of the plug, and this is the female side of the plug. So if you put the flathead right where you press down, you just go like that, you'll feel it click down, and then just open it like that. And then it slides right out. And I like doing that because nothing gets messed up. Like if you use like pliers or whatever, you have a chance of like sliding off here and grabbing the wires. Okay, so to get the side skirt off, very simple. All you're gonna need is a little side Phillips head and a 10mm. What we're gonna do first is I'm gonna turn, if you're taking the right side skirt off, you wanna turn your wheel to the right so that the back of the tire goes inward, so you can access those. So there's gonna be 3 Phillips heads on this. There's one under, and there's 2 up top. So we'll get the ones in here first, and we'll lay under the car and work our way back. So once that's loose right there, you'll see one little pop clip under there. And these ones, the pop clips that go under the cars, They are always a pain to get off because dirt gets in there. So the likelihood of you breaking it to get it off is very high. If you need to replace them, link is in the description and we'll get you some new pop clips. Once we have the front mud guard off, I'm just going to work my way back. Grab your side ratchet. And I believe there's like 8 10 millimeters. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's 9 actually. My bad. So work your way down. Okay, and then once you have all those off, there's going to be 2 Phillips head screws facing forward in front of the rear tire. Yeah, so once you just break that loose, you can twist it out with your fingers. Okay, so once you have all your screws cleaned up, you're going to want to open both of your doors. And inside, there's going to be some invisible clips. We'll start in the back. Grab a clip remover tool. And there's going to be one in the back right here. That one's actually already popped off. So then just work your way forward. Don't pry too hard. But where you see the bumper like kind of stuck in the jam, just stick your pop clip tool in there and pop them outwards. So then once it's kind of hanging like that, go to the front. And there's going to be one more Phillips head hiding in here under the front mudguard. And then I leave that one on there because this clip in here is a little sensitive, so it breaks very easily. So I always leave that front one in there so when you're popping the ones out of the door jamb, it doesn't just fly off and break this tab. Okay, so now we're going to take the fenders off. We're just going to go into here, right where it says battery. Pop this open. You don't need any tools for that right there. And then you're going to see a few pop clips in here. And we're going to pop those out. So there's one. And the only reason we're doing this is so that we can get to our weather stripping to take off. There's 3, there's a 4th one right here, and there should be one right here. So yours should have 5. So once you pop those 5 out, you're just going to do that. And I'm going to run through right here and pull these little rubber weather strippings out of here. Sometimes they pop out without a clip remover. I'll go up to this top one, pop that out, and this one kind of like wraps around the shock right there. Kind of weird. So you're gonna pop that out, and I like to work from the bottom and go to the top, because if you do the top first and go to the bottom, then the fender can like kind of flop off of you on that one. So I'll go under here. You pop these off. So that'll loosen up like that, and then you'll see a couple Phillips heads. Sometimes they're in there, sometimes they aren't. And then up here you'll feel, these are the ones that you gotta look out for. There'll be Phillips heads in there and they'll stay there. But this one looks like it doesn't have any, which is cool. And then once you have all that figured out, you wanna go inside the car. You wanna go inside the car and you're gonna see a 10 mil right here. Right between the door jamb, and then this is a slotted one, so you don't have to fully remove the bolt, you just have to loosen it up and the fender will let you slide it forward. So we'll just do that and then go to the top of the car. There's going to be one in the front. So there's one in the front, and then there is one kind of hiding in here. There's 2. There's 3. So there's 4 across the top. You're just gonna want to kind of wiggle it around until it comes loose. And there you go. That is how you get a fender off of a G37 or G35 sedan.